For portrait drawing and painting, proportion is very important. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to find the proportion and the relationship from a bigger to smaller and smaller step by step. To prepare this watercolor portrait paintings, I'm going to do a drawing to plan the spaces. So I'm going to say, first thing, where's going to be the top? Just probably leave this much space so we can see some skies behind in the background. So where's the bottom? I'm going to put the bottom about here. About the bottom. About here. So on this side, probably bottom, it's the same level. So I'm going to put it over here. So I'm going to relate all this together. It looks like a triangle. And if you think, start from the details, from the eye, the nose, and ignore the bigger shape, it's going to be the beginning of a problem. So let's say, I'm going to start from, first I need to confirm whether or not this is going to be the top, whether or not the whole shape in the right size, in the right location. So I'm going to roughly draw the triangle. This looks like a triangle. It's similar to the shape of a pear. Like that. Maybe just open up a little bit. There's the 2 feet at the bottom. Open up a little bit. Also look like the shape of an capital A. Some of our friends ignore the beginning part of this process. Actually, it's very, very crucial. Like say, should I move it a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right? Or right in the middle. In this case, it's okay to keep it right in the middle. Everything looks like a reflected. And I'm probably going to move the islands in the background, come in a little bit over here. May or may not. We're going to decide that later. So, should I make it a little bit bigger? This is the space after the mat and the frame. And I think I can make it a little bigger. I can move the feet a little bit lower. Actually, this thought process is very, very important. If you don't get this correct, and your whole painting is going to build on top of what is your first decisions. Okay, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to move this a 1/4 inch, a little bit higher, 1/4 inch lower, 1/4 inch lower. And I'm going to move that a little bit to the right. Focus on this. If you follow the step by step of the process, everything just looks so easy. It's supposed to be easy, and you don't have to make it complicated. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. That's good. Now I find this is top, the left bottom, the right bottom. So I'm going to remove those marks that I don't want to keep anymore. But the next thing I'm going to do is start from simple. Start from the simplest possible and not get yourself feel overwhelming. And now I want to find out the width of this compared to the height to the top. What is just the proportion? I have a stick over here and I'm going to do a measurement. From the measurement, I thought the height is longer than the width. In fact, the width actually a little bit longer than the height. Okay, in that case, I'm going to take, say this is the left and this is the right. Let's confirm it. And now the height is about from here to here. First, we're going to draw the bottom line. The bottom line is right here. And I'm going to take this part to here. I can mark it on my stick. This. N equals to from here to all the way to the top. Now we come to a little issues. I don't want to make this higher than this line. In this case, I'm going to start from here. I'm going to mark this part. Okay. This is going to be, I don't want to change, but it's okay to change the left and the right. So I'm going to put it right here in the middle. So the right would be here and the left is here. Now this is good. The first measurement done that we know compared to the width and compared to the height of this triangle. So we know the top is right here with this. This is the top of the flower. Okay, top of the head. Now we want to know how we can divide this vertically. Let's say this is the bottom. And this is probably the chin. But we don't know yet. We just roughly, we're assuming this. But we need to measure it. So let's take a look. The face is not exactly the same size from the chin to the bottom. The face is even bigger. Divide the bottom to the feet line into half. This is equals to the same size of the face as the vertical space. It's a 1/6. Let's move it down about here. It's about the bottom. Let's move it down over here. And then if we're going to divide this space into half, that will be about here. And let's take a look if it's the equal space. Yep, a little bit too much. So that means we can come down a little bit. Let's take this part and moving up. That's exactly the same from here to here. And this part is just about 1/6 of this. We're going to divide this to double check. And this is half of this, and this would divide into 1, 2, 3. So this is combined all together is the 1/6 of this each part. So this is exactly correct now. The assumption is 1 of this equals to 1/6. But at the bottom, it actually have 2 of the 6 because the top to the chin bigger than the chin to the bottom. That's from our measurement. Okay, that's good. If you are not quite sure, please rewind the video and let me know if you have any questions. So okay, so this is the bottom. This is the chin. And the face look like this angle. Like this. From the top of the head to the edge of the head is about 2/5 of the whole face. From here to the eye, actually a little bit more than from here to there. The eye is about in this line. Should be a little bit more than that, so it's actually this should become up a little bit more. So the eye will be a little higher. That's the eye. Now I'm gonna remove the line that I'm sure that I don't need it. Okay, now this is the vertical dividing line, and the eyebrows a little bit higher than the eye line right here. This is the line for the eyebrows. And from what we see is from the eyebrows to the nose a little bit less. It's less from the nose to the chin. So I'm going to have the middle line and a little bit higher. It's about here. Divide this from here, from the eyebrow to the chin. Just because she was laughing. Okay. Now this is the mouth. You can draw it like a oval shape. It's right about here. Like that. And this is the nose line. That's the mouth. Focus. Focus one step at a time. So this is probably the left and the right side of the face. We're just assuming it. Not quite sure yet. Just put the line over there and then we're going to do the measurement. What we want to do is, I want to see this whole thing as a rectangle. I want to find out from here to the chin and the width, the left side to the right side. Let's say the left side include the ear. How about that? The ear is very close to the face. And I'm going to measure from here all the way to the right side of the face because we don't see the right ear. It goes to, what is that? Because the height already measured. We already confirmed. Now we want to find out the width. This is the width. I take this to duplicate another part. And over here, a little bit more than half. So I can say that from the top to the chin, divide it into 1, 2, and a little bit more than half. Now let's take a look. If roughly we're going to divide it into 2 and a little bit more than half. From here to all the way top over there, it is the width. Take this part and rotate it. Oh, exactly what I was guessing. So this is good. We need to double check on that before we move forward. This is good. So the width from the left ear to the right side of the face is now in the correct proportion from the top of the head to the chin. Okay, now for the left side and the right side of the head, doesn't really matter much. We're just going to get approximately, that will be fine because this is a one cost problem. And now we're going to come down to approximately about this much from the head, like this. And to the right side, that's about this much. Just look at it by eye. And going in like this and all the way connect to the left side. Now, okay. Now from here to here, and this take a little bit like 2/3 from the top to the edge over here. It's about 2/3 of the space. You're gonna, here is about 2/3 because if you divide it 1, 2, 3, 2/3. So this is going the line coming down over here. That's good. And on this side compared to the left side of the ear, it's a little bit outside of this line. So I'm going to move it a little bit outside. Here you go, coming up here. What about on this side? It's about right from here. A little bit wider than the right side. It would just make sense. The head can be smaller than the face. Now I'm going to move the line on this side. And a little tilted line going through, maybe not so much, like this angle. Now here you go. We're going to connect over here, and the flower is taking at least half, let's say the right side of the flower is over here, and divide this space from here to here into almost half. So that's just the size of this flower. like this, roughly. But the top of the head actually a little bit lower, like this, like that. So we're going to remove the line. We don't want to no longer need it. We're going to remove that. So this is good. Let's take a look at continue and this process. Let's take a look. Now we're going to compare. Let's see. The line, the vertical line over here is a little bit inside. A little bit inside from this vertical line and coming down a little. Let's see on this side. It's about right here between the corner of the mouth and the side of their face. It's coming down over here. Okay, we're gonna move on to other space. We'll take a look at the underarm. It's about draw from the left side of the ear. It's exactly the vertical line coming down. So that means the underarm could be right here. Now take a look. What about on this side? It has a little tilted angle coming to this direction. That is the underarm. For the measurement, we're using both comparative measurement, which is we compare the width, for example, compare the width to the height of this space. This is called comparative measurement. And there's an angular measurement that we're using, like the exactly vertical from the ear coming down. This is angular. And this side, the angle tilted a little bit to the right. So they find out the location of the underarm. So this is called angular measurement. Or we can also use the angular measurement from the ear coming down from this angle to find the left side of the arm. So that's also use the angular. If I am extending the angle of this line and all the way coming up, and you can see you hit the middle of the face right here. And it's almost like it hit the right side of the eye. The right side eye is about here. And if you use the angle continuously coming down, and you're gonna find this is the angle of the upper arm, like that. So this is angular measurement that you can use to find out the location or the angle of the other part. Just the angular measurement sometimes is not always correct. So we're gonna find out from the width, the arm over here, from the arm, from the elbow on this side and the elbow on this side. Compare with the height, which is something that we already measured in the past. This is the elbow line coming over here, and it's only come to here. And of course, it's the lower arm. It also continue extending and then make the smooth turn coming down over here. The shoulder, if you compare this to the mouth, is about a little bit lower than the mouth. So it's right here. That's just the left shoulder. So we also use angular measurements compared to which one higher, which one lower, because we already know the mouth, where is it? So and then we compare this to this side, maybe still get a little bit lower. And on the right side, it's about the same, right here. Here we go. So this is the shoulder. Like that. And probably come out a little bit. Like this. That's good. Okay, we're not going into draw the eye yet. We still try to figure it out. All those are bigger proportion before we're going into take care of the small one. Okay. Okay, say, because we already know at the beginning, this is the left side, this is the right side of the right foot, the left foot. right here. And then we're gonna see if we're gonna find out how wide the bottom over here from the left knee to the right knee, the inside of the knee, is what is this? How wide is this? We're gonna find out. Take a look here. Start from here. Oh, it's a little bit higher than the chin. It's about right here. This is the same as the width of here. It's pretty close to what I was assuming. I think on this side a little bit more to the left. So this is the width of that. And I might want to move this whole thing a little bit more to the right. Okay, here. I'm going to move a little bit on this side, move a little bit on the other side. So this is good. So this is the left and the right. Like this. Okay, this is good. From here, and we can draw the angular line. Now we can find what is the right side of the foot. Okay. And over here, I can draw a little curved line. Slowly turn over here, and it's about right here. That's just the foot on the right side. You can see how important that we are doing step by step and taking care of one thing and then the other thing. And from here, coming down to this point, almost like a vertical line, like a right angle here. Now I can see, oh, that is the thumb. And also from here, extend this line going through over here. That is the line on the wrist right here. Now we see. Good. Now this is the hand, because from here to here divided into half, a little bit less than half on the left side. That is the right side of the hand with the finger. So I'm going to draw a little bit line divided over here like a 1/3 of this space. That is the forefinger. Now that's good. Now we're going to connect that up. Let's take a look at that angular line, and actually connect over here in here. And then coming all the way top, connect to this line. Of course, there's some changes in between over here. We ignore those changes for now. We just focus on the big connection before we're going into inside this small area to make the changes. Because obviously, this from here to here, it divides to the half, that we can have the shadow like this. But we're going to take care of that later. We should not jump ahead. We'll talk about bigger relationship. So this is the lower part of the arm. Now coming to the left side, let's see the shoulder. Now it looks like from here and draw a little curved line, connect to the underarm. Now a little bit shorter over here, this is the elbow. If we start from here, let's see, start from here, we can, at this point, we can divide this 1, 2, 3. And from here, we divide into 3 equal proportion. 1, 2, 3. And this is a little bit lower. This is the width. And this is one portion. Here we go. This the lower arm. And this the hand. The overall shape of the hand. Divide from here to this point into half. That is the finger. So we can draw in a little bit. This angle, looking for the angle. Now connect. That's the thumb. Pretty easy. Now on this side, now make a little curve. This is the toe right here, and then the other toes on this side, like that. Good. And you can draw the shape there for the shadow. Okay, that's good. Now the finger, actually the little finger come out like this. You can see the little finger with the shape. Okay, on this arm, it looks like it come in a little and then turn the angle, connect to this point and coming down. This is good. We are getting there. So it looks like from this line, which is what we already confirmed that this line and this actually should be a little bit higher. That's a little bit too low. I'm going to move it a little bit higher. That will be better. And the distance over here is different from the distance over there, because on this side it's cover part of the by the shirt, yeah, like that. Okay, now so from here and gradually connecting down, there's this line and connect all the way to here and going to continue the curved line. They're coming up, and then this is about you can divide into 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. From here to here, you can divide into 1, 2, 3. But the middle part just have a little more than 1/3. So that come a little bit over here and there. Now you can see, always do the comparing. And then from here to this point, now we can see have a little problem. Actually, there's a little bit too much. So the hand should come to here and the thumb would be here. I think okay, that is need to let go. And let's take a look. And then the inside of the arm, they actually look a little bit more what it should, like this. Okay, now that's good, much better. Now it's just this line curving over here. From this line to this point, you can divide into half. Now you can find this fold right here. Now this is still coming down a little bit. Now I have a little light shape, but don't worry about those small, the small proportion yet. Take care of the big proportion. Let's take a look. And I think this come down over here. Now we come into double check with the smaller areas, compare the angle of those lines. Okay, now we can come in, divide this in here, a little curved line coming on this side. And then also from here to here, divide into half. This is the fold on the okay, this is good. So now we can know that the top of this shirt here is probably over here, like that. Draw a little line, draw a little bit, just adjust it. And you can give a little fold coming down here. Those are easy, not really affecting that much, but it's just a little bit of decorations. Okay, let's take a look. And there's a little bit come up that is easy. Come up a little bit and have a little bit decorations. Now this is good. Let's take care of a little bit to the background. Let's see. The beach, the wave is about right on the same edge of the shoulder. I don't want that. I want to lower a little bit. I'm going to lower this a little bit so the attention is going to be easy a little bit. I don't want to have a shoo all the way going through. I want the motion a little bit slower. Okay, over here, stop, and then move a little higher, and then coming down, and then coming on this side. Okay, that's the beach. There's a little water on here. That's fine. The wave, those are, we can take care of that. And then for the water, I want to have it here. The water line, I want to extend it a little bit higher. Okay, here we go. And go all the way to the left side. Maybe this side, a little bit higher. Like that. That's good. So I'm going to move this island. It's a little bit in here. That's good. Maybe right here. Okay, and we can throw a couple shape over here, but those shape, those footprints, you can move it. I don't want the footprint connect with the arm, so I'm going to move it a little bit away. It's fine, like this. Those things you can control. You don't have to do exactly what the reference giving to you, because the reference can change. Okay, a couple things over here. Those are, and then there's a little footprint over here. I'm going to move it a little bit away from the foot, and that's good. I want this come up a little bit like this. That's good. Just keep in mind that you have a lot of freedom to modify and change things. Coming down here, there's the shadow, and the lighting coming through this. And the toe a little bit bigger. Now this is good. The big proportion we're already done, so we can come in to mark the location of the eye. Now let's see. From this side, the left side of the face to the right side of the face, almost divided into 5, but it's just on this side a little bit less than one eye. So I'm going to divide this to 4 then. Okay, 4 is very easy. Divide it in half first, and another half on this side, another half over here. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. And looks like the eye, one eye is right here. Okay, that's one eye. And there's the other eye right here. And the other eye right here. The eyebrows is here. You can throw the pencil, and when you start painting, you can erase it. That is make this pupil a little bit darker. Make it a little bit more convincing to yourself. And between the two eyes, the space over here is about, it goes to one eye. Actually, with the corner of the eye, it actually look, the eye is a little bit bigger. Now let's see, the nose, the width of the nose is very much the same width as in between, the space in between the two eyes. And that's pretty easy. And make a little definition on both sides of the nose, right there. Let's take a look at the mouth. Look like the mouth that I drew a little bit too big, and because you can divide it into 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Okay, 1, 1, 2, 3. And but the mouth, the corner of the mouth is 1/3, but it's curved a little, and got into the middle is the mouth actually look a little bit smaller. Like this. and draw a little line showing the smile. Okay, coming like this. There you go. And on this side, when you look at the small areas, pay attention to the bigger and the surrounding. How to compare to the other part of the whole face. And now from the chin over here, as you're moving up, let's see, so almost also like 1/3 from the face over here, from the right face. Take 1, 2, 3, 1/3, 1/3, and the vertical. And you can come down over here, come down a little quicker, coming over here, and then make a little curve, another direction of curve, coming down over here and coming back. So almost the same location as the right side of the mouth, coming down direct over here. And look like that. And I'm going to make it a little bit convincing and shade a little bit in here, even though I'm going to let it go before I start the painting. And this is the edge of the face. Now coming up over here, oh, here you go. Now make a little curve, a little curve. Now is the time to give it a little bit details, and a little dimple right here, right in the middle, from here to there. It's almost the middle, over there. Maybe a little bit over here too. Okay, take a look at the head, and look at the eyebrows. Should be right here. Now roughly, we just get all the proportion in place. We can continue adjusting it. Now we have established a very good solid foundation. Next, I'm going to spend a little bit more time going to adjust the smaller details and ready to go to the painting.